Hello, and welcome to today's Numicon Online training webinar, brought to you by Oxford University Press. I'm going to be your presenter. My name is Sian Smith, and I'm lucky enough to work on Numicon as an editor. I'm also a qualified primary school teacher, so I can appreciate the time you set aside, and will keep this webinar to about 15 minutes. The overall aim of today's session is to help increase your confidence in using Numicon Online and showcase some resources. Whether you're using Numicon as a complete maths program or selecting elements to enhance teaching, you'll find what you need. We'll begin with a quick overview on how the Numicon Online subscription links to your print and physical resources. As you know, Numicon is a proven approach designed by teachers and teaching experts to give children the deep understanding of mathematical ideas and relationships they need for successful reasoning, problem solving and maths mastery. At its heart, Numicon encourages children to talk about maths, explain, illustrate, explore relationships, and generalise. Here, apparatus and structured imagery play a key role in building children's mental images of abstract concepts, helping them to explain their thinking and see connections between different mathematical ideas. You can see here some of that physical apparatus. Through Numicon Online, you get exclusive access to the interactive Whiteboard software. This flexible teaching tool allows you to use a wide range of interactive apparatus and that same crucial structured imagery. Here you and your children can create models using both Numicon apparatus and other resources like Base 10 to explore different maths ideas, share questions and your thinking. For core teaching, First Steps with Numicon in the nursery and Firm Foundation kits are there to give younger learners the right start. For Numicon 1 to 6, teaching is carried out using the activities in the Teaching Resource Handbooks. These come with implementation guides which support subject knowledge, explain key ideas, and include a glossary of mathematical terms. With Numicon Online, you get access to a digital version of all the Teaching Resource Handbooks and information from the implementation guides. You can follow up the teaching activities with Numicon Pupil Books. They're filled with rich questions that promote fluency, problem solving and reasoning skills and offer extra challenge. The opening questions for each unit are also provided on Numicon Online so that you can share and discuss these as a class. You get quick access to the answer books online too. There are Explore More homeworks to help parents engage with what their children are learning in class, and Explore Progress assessment books which build a record of children's understanding. Both these resources are included in your online subscription, so you can print off what you need, or you can also buy the assessment books in packs. So now let's take a closer look at these resources and others on Numicon Online. Numicon Online is a subscription that's accessed via the Oxford Owl for School platform at www.oxfordowl.co.uk. When you log on to Oxford Owl, you'll come to the home page. Just click on Numicon Online link and you'll be taken straight to your subscription. You're now on the Numicon subscription homepage. In the bar at the top you'll see three tabs, one for this homepage, one for the interactive Whiteboard software, and one for the teaching handbooks. Let's start with the teaching handbooks. On the opening page there's an introductory video and user guide. These are an ideal place to start if you're using the resource for the first time. Every activity from the printed teaching handbooks 1 to 6 is available here, as well as extra activities on probability, median, mode and range for Scotland and Northern Ireland. So this should be really useful when you're planning or want to share lessons, whether you're at home or in the classroom. Just choose the Numicon level or year group, pick the topic you want to cover, and you can see all the activities available. If you already know which activity you want, use the search bar and filters to find it. So for example, I can put the activity title, Comparing Temperatures, into the search box. I know this is from Numicon 5, so I pick 5 from the year group filter, and there it is. Each activity gives you everything you need in one place. On the Intro tab, you've got Learning Opportunities, Key Vocabulary, and the list of equipment. Wherever there's a photocopy master to use, just click on the link to go to it. Activities are split into numbered steps, and where there's an image, clicking here gives you a larger version to share with the class. Some of the activities include videos made by our professional development team. They demonstrate activities or give suggestions for using the interactive whiteboard software. At the end of the activity, the Plus tab gives you follow-up, independent or group work. If you have Numicon pupil books for Key Stage 2, you'll see which pages you can use here too. As you now know, the homework and assessment pages are included in your subscription too. You'll find the pages relevant to the activity on the Links tab. Click on these links and the pages are downloaded, ready for you to use. On this links page, you'll also find links to assessment question cards. The reference here shows you which 2 questions to use that go with this activity. There's a spreadsheet to track progress. There's also a link to the opening questions from the pupil book that I mentioned. So we can just have a look at those here. You'll find ideas for whole class practice and discussion too, and a starter image that you can share with the class. This activity is part of a group, and there's a really useful summary of that here. It can help with planning, gives you background to learning, and lists the activities in the group, so you can find other ones to try. Now let's take a look at the interactive whiteboard software, which fits so well with all of this. There's a direct link to this on the Links tab, or as we've seen, you can also get to it from the menu at the top. You can have the software running in as many windows as you like. Again, on the landing page, you'll find a video which gives you a quick guide on how to use the software and what it does. Full instructions are also provided in the user guide. To use the software, you just scroll down the page to Numicon Interactive Whiteboard Software and click on Play. Select the screen size that suits you best. There's lots to explore here and you'll get the hang of it really quickly, but just as a quick introduction, you'll find a wide range of resources and apparatus in the bar at the bottom of the screen. For the full list of resources, just click on the Resources tab and choose the ones you want. So here we might add money and spinners to our collection. There are different options for different resources. So for example, if we look at spinners, you can see there's a wide range of these. There are blank spinners too. You can annotate these and anything else by using the keypad in the resources. Once you've got the keypad open, you can either click to add a text box and position it, or just start typing and the text box will appear. All these resources work in the way you'd expect, so here we click on the spinner to make it spin. You can delete individual resources or clear everything at once. Some resources have a random button to help you make different questions each time. You can also change the background as needed. So for example, you might find that square paper that fits with the size of the number rods really useful, and some people with dyslexia find lightly coloured backgrounds help them. There's a wide range of interactive workspaces that you can use, and they've all got different features. The interactive pan balance is a nice example of how versatile these are. So, for example, you could put a number in one pan using the resources, whether that's Numicon shapes, base 10, money, number rods, counters, pictures, or the number itself on a numeral card. By putting resources into the other pan, children can explore equivalents and different ways to represent the same number. The pans balance when there is the same number in each. You might explore what's less than and greater than the number. You could investigate number bonds. Or you can even use it to explore algebra. The software will remember anything you've set up in different workspaces when you go back to them. Save your file by clicking on Save, choosing a name. You can then access it anytime from the software page. You just need to click Refresh on the page and you'll see that your saved file has been added to the list of screens that you can play. Here we've just seen a quick glimpse of what it can do, and you can pick up further activity ideas by clicking on the IWB Ideas link at the top of the IWB page. This takes you through to some short videos with activity ideas for all ages. Each video has teacher notes that map the activity to the teaching handbooks and the curriculum. They give tips on how you can use physical apparatus alongside it to engage the whole class, and they provide ideas on how to adapt or extend the activity. As if all this wasn't enough, you'll also find further resources and support for planning on the Numicon homepage. Here you can use the search box and the filters to explore what's available. The Numicon Levels filter helps you find resources for a particular age group. And you can select the kind of resources that you're interested in from the Resources Type filter. So, for example, I might try Firm Foundations for some early years resources. The number of resources is shown in brackets. Maybe I want some photocopy masters, so I can choose that from the Resources panel. Whenever you want to try again and search for something else, just clear your filters. There's a lot here, so to save time, we've highlighted some of the resources we think you'll find most useful. There are 3 boxes at the top of the home page here, which are changed regularly. They're used to highlight content, support and offers that we think might be of interest to you. The Numicon Top 10 takes you to some of the most popular resources in the collection. We've seen some of this, but it's worth highlighting the activity sheets and the interactive glossary here as other resources you might find particularly useful. We've also included an index with links that take you straight to any resource you're interested in. This index is the first resource in the collection, so it's there at the top of the list. This index gives you information on each resource and direct links. By clicking on a link, you can go straight to that resource without having to search for it. The index is updated regularly with the latest resources, so it's a great way to find out what's new and to quickly get to what you need. This has been just a quick look around your subscription to get you started. You'll see there's so many more resources available on Numicon Online, which means there's lots more to enjoy as you explore the collection. You can find additional support for your subscription at any time in the Help section at the top bar. There's help to get your school set up and your colleagues set up on Oxford Owl. There's also specific subscription support. So that concludes our Numicon Online training session. I hope you found this useful and that you enjoy exploring the collection and using everything here with the children. Any questions that you've sent through will be taken offline and replies sent back to you. You also receive a recording of this session, so please do share it with your colleagues. If you need help with general navigation around the wider Oxford OWL platform, please sign up for one of our Getting Started webinars. You'll also receive an exit survey once you've exited the session. It will be great to hear your feedback. Thank you for joining once more. I'll now leave the session open for a few moments so you can download the handout and ask any questions you may have.